Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
So look, I'm at the hospital right now, right? So me and this girl, we did something on the first night. She had said she was pregnant, and today is the day that the baby supposed to be here, right? You know what I'm saying? This shit is not cool, y'all. Look, I come in here, y'all. It's another nigga standing beside her. I'm like, what the going on? So he like, who is you? I'm like, that's my baby mother. She like, nigga, that's my baby mother.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So the whole time they got DNA test, y'all. And it's his baby for real. Like, I've been sending this bitch money for the past 8 months, bruh. For this baby shit. All this shit, y'all. I didn't put up for the baby shower and all that. Like, this shit is not cool at all. Like, what the f, y'all?
I would've had you lock her ass up.
Like, this the worst thing I could ever been through. Like, this, like, what the f? This, like, this, don't trust these hoes. Like, right before the fucking New Year, y'all.
Y'all got the game messed up. Huh? You don't steal from a pimp?
Going on, man. If you see me right now, think about this. Overall message, boy, wear a condom. Please wear a motherfucking condom. Cause you had a one night stand, and for all we know, that could be her man. You just the guy she met that night that got them cheeks for free while he really paid for it.
I ain't never left. You really ain't never left.
You don't want to be with a woman and be tied to a woman that's actively messing around with two guys, trying to juggle two guys. See, that's why she slept with you, bro. You the guy she wanted for the night. You might be the guy she needed, bro. She begging and manipulating you to send her some money for this baby, and knowing it's not yours, it's just really just trifling. Honestly, it's trifling. But either way, it's very, very sad that you wanted to be there for your kid, thought it was your kid. She led you on for you to be the father, and she's okay with using your money. That's what modern women do. They're selfish. Go get you a queen, man.
How can a man walk away from a child that he has been raising for 3?
Bro, this filter is definitely crazy. That's number one.
How can a man walk away from a child that he has been raising for 3, 5, 10, 15 years simply because the DNA test shows that he's not the biological father? Hear me out here. I'm not being insensitive. I know that his world.
That's very insensitive. What are we talking about? That's the most insensitive thing you could ever imagine, thinking it's your baby, and to come to find out it's not.
Hear me out here. I'm not being insensitive. I know that his world has just been turned upside down. I know he feels betrayed. He's devastated. I empathize. I sympathize with his predicament. However, how is one able to walk away from a child that one has bonded with, loved, nurtured, poured blood and sweat into, simply because the DNA test shows that you're not the biological father?
What?
I understand getting rid of the wife or the girlfriend. The word I actually want to use starts with a W and rhymes with sure. Get rid of the W. But the children or the child, the innocent child, it is flummoxing to me. Now, I'm not a man, and I do not know how this impacts men. I also know that there's deep shame. But were I in that predicament, of course I would be devastated. I'd be hurt and betrayed. But then I'd let the children know, or the child know. You may not be my biological child, but you're still my child. I love you. You're my child in my heart. I've bonded with you. I've raised you. So nothing changes. Now, I know a lot of men worry about, oh, then I have to continue paying I have to pay child support now that we're not together. So what? I pay the child support. Because you know what? Even though everything has changed, nothing should have changed, because it's still the child that I raised, bonded with, and loved.
The first thing she said was, I'm not trying to be insensitive, and then she continued to be insensitive. Why are men expected to be the righteous one, be the bigger person? You just said, if it's not my baby, plus how many years, I should still take care of the baby like it's my own. The number one thing is, I'm only here because I'm under the impression that this is my kid. Stop taking these women's words. I don't care if I birthed the baby out. I'm getting a DNA test. Why? Because if you sign that birth certificate All that's saying is it don't matter what situation you just signed up for, you're gonna be held responsible for that kid financially as well. It's just sad that you might call her a W, but on the other end, why isn't the objective is to say, well, it's a possibility you're the father. Don't sign this birth certificate since we get the DNA test. Nah, they got women saying, oh, no, you're not going to take a DNA test. Bro, the DNA, what is it called? Paternity fraud? Bro, it's at a high rate. And we probably won't even know it's our baby because why you want to take our word for it? Get that DNA test. I don't care.
And in an attempt not to pay child support, one ends up cutting off one's nose to spite one's face. Because you got to look at the big picture, the relationship with that child, the continued relationship, and the ability to go ahead and raise and nurture that child because you already have that bonded relationship. But once again, because I'm not a man, I do not understand how anybody can walk away from a child. Story time. My husband had a boss about 20 years ago. This gentleman's son.
Nah, she probably talking about her own situation, bruh. Trying to gaslight us.
Had some medical issues. And to make a long story short, he found out that his 19-year-old son was not his biological child. Needless to say, he was devastated. But you know what? He had raised this child for 19 years, was paying for college. This was his son, and he was not going to let him go. And my heart broke for him, but I was so proud of this man because he did not walk away from his child. And I think at times some men might think walking away from the child is a way to punish the woman for her betrayal.
Fuck all that!
What this got to do with the woman being betrayed? What about the betrayal of 19 years and some change? She betrayed this man for 19 years. What the fuck are we talking about? This is what selfish when women preach, bro.
You're hurting is the child. And I can't help but wonder, won't you be traumatized as a person walking away from someone that you've bonded with, that you've loved? For the man, isn't that traumatic? I mean, I really do not understand. I just cannot relate. And once again, I'm not a man. I'm sensitive to the hurt, to the pain, to the betrayal. But is it right to walk away from a child you've bonded with simply because the DNA test shows that you're not the biological father?
Huh?
Food for thought. Talk to you.
You ain't talking to me later. I had to pause that. This is the wrong question. Ask the woman, why would they put a man in this predicament in the first place? Exactly what I was saying. Because men want to choose who they take care of, not trick or force. Exactly. No need for another man's trophy. Wow. DNA test needs to be performed on every child. How would you feel? Because every time he looks at that kid, he remembers the betrayal. Exactly. What another woman that we already know. We already know what the guys are thinking. Give me another woman. Easy. They are not connected in the first place. Ooh. Either way, the guy's feelings is gonna be hurt, ego's gonna be damaged because he thinks and he has his mindset triggered. Man, I got a child on the way. I gotta get on my ish. I gotta push myself better and strive for my child as well, and to be a family or have the mentality of being a father. Like the guy in the intro was there for his kid. He was there for the child's birth, and just to find out there's another man there. And the comments for him was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be mad. You helped out. It was a possibility." Why didn't he know it was a possibility? Instead of him paying for all of it, he could pay half of it or something. Like, they always expect a man to put his feelings to the side, or a man to take the back burner in like he doesn't have feelings. Bitch, we're not robots. We're not robots, and I wouldn't expect for somebody to not be upset that his kid isn't his kid. Like 19 years later, man, I already graduated from child support. He already graduated school. I might as well help the young man get through college. I'm already paying for it. I already got the debt for it. You might as well continue to do it, because at the end of the day, even though you didn't know for 19 years, you already bonded with the man. So, I mean, you won't be wrong for walking away, but usually nobody will walk away if they already went through it. They'll probably walk away from that girl, but I don't even think they're still together. But at the end of the day, bro, put some accountability on these women.
No funny shit. Why would you wait till after you have a baby to start hating your baby dad? Like, that shit don't be adding up. Y'all be losing me. Like, you was that nigga for 722 days before you had a baby, but now you want to start hating him. Now you want to start posting on Facebook how he don't do shit, he a deadbeat, he a dirty ass bum ass. You was on dirty ass bum ass nigga. You had a baby with a dirty ass bum ass nigga, so that's a reflection of you, mama. I ain't gonna lie, like y'all be waiting too late to see the signs, and then it backfiring y'all. Y'all got to do better, gang.
A whole time they capping for the internet or want to be forced to be their own single mom, bro. That's crazy. Somebody said that's because they got money for babies, kids, bro. Taxes, child support, welfare, WIC, etc. That's why they don't care who get them pregnant. Shake my head, it's a hustle. Or they think just because they make a mistake with the wrong man, get pregnant by him, they be knowing it ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they're being rewarded for their mistake. The perfect example to me right now is the Cardi B and Offset situation they got on, right? She knew that man was a cheater. She knew that man had multiple baby mamas, multiple kids, things of that nature, right? That's his situation. You signed up for that situation. Y'all was married before she was a rapper. So, you know, I mean, think about it, bro. You thought a retired Ripper was gonna be a great wife, right? Let's just say this. You knew what you signed up for. It wasn't until after the baby she knew her worth. It wasn't until after you made a bad decision that you wanted to make a decision to be a part of a family, and then he cheated again, and all of a sudden, you know your worth. Now they finna have a legal custody battle, just like the DDG and Halle Bailey situation, and somebody's finna be paying child support. That's literally what is finna happen. But hey, man, check out saying in the comments, man. These women, hold them accountable, bro. Please, if you don't see anything serious with this woman, put a rubber on, pull out. Put a rubber on, pull out. Put a rubber on. I'm going.